Hey, everybody. So, yeah, just a very random stream. We might change what we're doing, like, at some point tonight. Uh, cause, I've been on that, uh, oh, okay. So I've been on that, Diablo 4 grind. I beat the game yesterday. Uh, you know, all that cool stuff. And, yeah, the servers are currently down because it has to be a live service game, so you can't just keep playing, even if you're playing by yourself, because, that's the way you like to play, you know, those type of games. But hey, we're not gonna rant about D4 just yet. So, today's goal, we're just fucking around. We might. So, I've already beaten the game. Oh, fuck. Yeah. I've already fully beaten the game. And, wait. Oh, yep, that's a shrine I already did. Yeah, I completed all the shrines. Wait. Yep. Wait. And in case you didn't know what the reward is for completing all the shrines, you get this. The Link just kind of becomes a furry. Becomes a weird bird, dragon, owl thing. Okay. So let's switch back to our armor. And I still don't have all the armor, but have a lot. As far as weapons, yeah, we're doing pretty decent on the weapon front. Yeah. Oh, let me sort my weapons. There we go. Oh. Okay, yeah, Master Sword works. So, we're just gonna be building machines. But I kind of want to show off one thing I've already made. Oh, right, I'm gonna need parts first. Okay. So I think for this one cart, um, two of these, and then two of these. Wait. Oh, I didn't even need to spawn those. Okay, let me just get everything together first. Yep, this guy. All right. So we'll still need like one sled. Okay. Oh wait, no, we need three sleds. Three sleds plus two of these guys. I'm gonna say three of these guys. Okay. All right. Do. Okay. Any bits I'm missing? Yep, I'm missing one stabilizer. We might just have to go underground and get a bit more zonite. Maybe. All right, how's it looking? Yeah, she looking good. Oh, I forgot the steering stick. Well. But yeah, this is my mech. It's a kind of a cool mech. It does not handle trees too well. Alright, and let's go find some enemies to fuck up. Wherever some might be. Yeah, I played the shit out of this game. I should have probably streamed the shit out of it, but hey, you know, that's how it goes. Oh, okay, we found a road. Well, I mean, wait, where is a hellhole? There's a hellhole. Okay. Wait, all 6 of my things are being used? Oh, wait, no. Okay. All right, let's turn this bad boy around. This thing is not fast, but you know what? It's a goddamn mech. Of course, we're going to be going to Hyrule Fields at some point, and we're just going to create weird death machines. Oh, sorry, Mr. Tree. I think this can handle... Oh. Well. Nope, it cannot handle hills well at all. I think I have to be creative with hills. Nope. This is not going how I want at all. Okay. Do I actually feel like playing Legend of Zelda today? See, like today, like, I really just kind of want to play Diablo 4. But, you know, I can't. And I felt like streaming too. And I don't know why I went live without Diablo 4. Da, 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 da. Okay. This is what we're going to do now. Shiny hunt. Oh, wait. Golden God Shiny Hunt. There we go. And then we can come over here, change this to Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Dunzo. Okay. I have to go into my settings to figure out why my guy likes to constantly pull out his fucking staff. Okay. Boom. Let me just make sure that... Okay, yep. All that is done. Okay, yeah, I don't have to do anything fucking else. So yeah, we're just gonna shiny hunt. Let me put my big boy staff away. Boop. I said boop. There we go. Maybe I could put on some chill music. We'll think about it. So, let's just try keeping a counter of, like, how long this is gonna take. I think the most efficient way of resetting is just to, like, literally go back. We'll exit the game and go back in. It just takes forever. Oh, I guess I can really show off my team. Do-do-do. Okay, nope. Hopefully I'm doing this shiny hunting right. Yeah, okay, so before we actually go and check out the, big guy, I'll show off my team. I think I have a Master Ball still to, like, catch it? Maybe. We'll see. Honestly, I did really like playing through this one. Like, you know, it's just Well, it's just Diamond. Like, you know, I played Diamond way back whenever it first came out on the DS. And, you know, like, yeah, it's just Diamond. Like, there is quality of life improvements. Okay. All right. Team time. Oh, right. This is my actual, like, because like I said before, like in a way earlier stream, uh, I played through Platinum, and this is my Platinum team. We got a shot. Wait, are you shiny? Yes, shiny Garchomp. We got Torterra. We got. Yeah, the names of these guys are all over the place. You got like 1, 2, 3, 3 fake characters. You got Davy Jones for some reason. You got oh my, Fire Emblem 3 Heroes guy, and then you just got Journo from Golden Wind. Yep, shiny Rotom, and then, and I think, we got Mash the Togekiss. Dante from the Dante Must Die series. Wait, Devil May Cry or Dante Must Die? Okay. I remember you being on my Prime team. But you're not a pro. You're not. Oh wait, I actually think you were. Boom. Nope. Because. Oh yeah, okay. So these were my lads. So I was originally playing with this team until, you know, I said, you know what, fuck it. Let's just go the hard route and just add my, like, super powered team. So yeah. This this team's theme is, you know, a lot more on point. You got Leviathan, which is a fake character. Well, it's Melt. It's the name she goes by whenever she's in her summer outfit. Jolter, Tamamo Cat, literally just the Grail, Dante, and then Voyager. Okay, and just to show, I do have the shiny charm, right? Yes. And I don't think it's something I need to do the thing with. All right. God, we're here. Reach out and touch the god. Nope, not gold. Yeah, so we're going for the shiny. I have the perfect name for it already. And yeah, in case whoever's watching did not know, basically, oh, right. So in order to be able to do this event in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, you basically have to, like, completely beat and, like, I think it's either see or capture all Pokemon in Pokemon Legends Arceus. And then you can just, like, literally get the Azure Flute in your room, and you can encounter God. Though, like, so doing that was less of a struggle than completing the fucking national dex in this game. And I will explain why. So, There are two Pokemon you cannot transfer from Pokemon Home into Brilliant Diamond. One being Nikata, the cicada looking fucker. And then the second being Spinda. Nikata, basically, like, there's a weird thing going on with, like, dupes. Like, I don't fully understand it, but, like, basically because of how Nikata can evolve, like, you can't bring it in. But catching one is easy enough, and it can be transferred out of home. Well, it can be transferred out of Brilliant Diamond and into home. Why do I specify that? There's a very, very, very good reason that brought me lots of rage. So, to... Oh, nope, not shiny. So basically, whenever... I don't know, like, the full technical reasons, but basically, because of how Spinda works, and, like, how, you know, like, most Spinda don't have the same, like, pattern, like, that makes it a lot more difficult to, like, I guess there's a specific code or something, or, like, data needed to bring over specific Spinda. So, basically, this just means that you can't bring a Spinda into Brilliant Diamond, because the company that made it didn't have access to that Spinda code or whatever. So, you can't bring a Spinda in. Now, normally that's not a problem. Like Nikata, like it's catchable in game. Um, However, unlike Nikata, Nikata, whatever. Unlike them, catching it is not easy, like at all. Basically, you have to go beat the Elite Four, go to the islands. Well, go to that one, like, Battle Frontier Island. I think you have to do the Heatran quest. Like, there's something you have to do in addition to going to that island. And then I think you have to go speak to Don or something. Or Lucas, whichever, you know, you're playing as. And then once you do, it will unlock regional Pokemon. Well, not regional Pokemon. Like, Pokemon outbreaks. So, like, every day, there's just a random chance for a different species of Pokemon to appear on the map. And it's only that one Pokemon. And, like, there's a long list, and it's only a chance. Now, you can imagine how frustrating it would be to try to get a Spinda like this. And to make things even more worse, you can't just time travel on the Switch. No, no, no. They were way too smart for that. Because if you do, you get a soft lock on your Switch, meaning that you cannot change time for literally 24 hours. Even if, like, a whole day, even if, like, it is the start of a genuine new day. So this means, like, you would actually have to wait days, maybe weeks, possibly months to get a fucking Spinda. So I just went onto Reddit, the Pokemon trade forum thing, and, like, I traded for a Spinda. Just to make my life easy. And the funny thing about that Spinda I got, because of the before-mentioned, like, Spinda code problem, any Spinda you get in Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl cannot be deposited into Pokemon Home. That's right. And yes, that is bullshit. So yeah, they made getting the Shiny Charm kind of a fucking pain. And poor Spinda, man. Poor Spinda. 2021. God, it's hard to believe that 2021 is like 2 years ago. Where did the time go? Oh, wait. Yeah, COVID. Yeah. You know, I was thinking of doing, like, a few rant videos, but, like, you know, Bleh. But, you know, there is one topic I do want to talk about today. Because, hey, it's my stream. We can do whatever the fuck I want. Plus, it's not like we're doing anything better at the moment. It could be kind of a race to see, like, will Blizzard fix their servers before I catch a shiny Arceus? There's a 1 in 600 chance I will catch one, so we'll have to fucking see. I think it's 1 in 600. I could pull up Cerabi. You know what, BRB, gonna pull up Cerabi. Cerabi. Okay, we don't want to be in Scarlet and Violet land. Okay, shiny Pokemon. Oh. Okay, shiny Pokemon having exist, blah, blah, blah. Ah. Oh, wait, nope, Diglett. This changes... Okay, so without the shiny charm, the rate is 1 in 4,096. The standard rate, however, there's a twist shiny charm, obtain catcher. However, the charm still is not... does not work on wild encounters, so... Wait, okay. Let me fully read this. However, there are a few tweaks. The standard rate remains blah. If there's a twist, the shiny charm obtained by catching every Pokemon in National Dex does not work on wild encounters, so they will always have a base rate. However, the shiny charms does still work on breeding Pokemon, and rates can be improved further by breeding with Pokemon from another language. Wait, what? Wait, okay, if I'm reading this right, like... The shiny charm, doesn't work on wild Pokemon? What the fuck? There's a cat screaming outside my door. Alright. Pokemon. Okay, let me... Pokemon. Oh, Pokemon. Brilliant Diamond. Shiny legendary odds. Okay. Close out game. One point note. Once you have it, however, the shiny charm only boosts shiny odds for the Masuda method eggs. Oh, you motherfuckers. But it's worth keeping in mind if you plan on... Are you fucking kidding me? As for how to get the shiny... Are you actually fucking kidding me? Okay, so we're doing the 1 in 4,000 chance. Okay, alright, you know, I like doing things hard. You know, it's... Oh, that's actually kind of frustrating. That's actually really fucking frustrating. I am beyond disappointed. My day is ruined. Okay, so we're not doing the Masuda. Okay, so yeah, we're just... Fuck! Damn it, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl! Once again, you decide to fuck me. Well, We're in for a time. So I think I'll just keep doing this until like 7 p.m. EST. Uh, and then we'll try a Diablo 4. If Diablo 4 servers are still fucked, I think I'll just call it for the night. Da, da, da. So, what was I gonna be talking about? Alright, come on, you giant horse llama thing! You weird giraffe? No, I don't know what you are, Arceus. I just don't know what you are. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Oh. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. God damn it. Oh, yeah. So, I guess, since we're not really doing anything besides just shiny hunting, I think, right, like I could talk about some topics. That's right, we're having a discussion. We're having a discussion session. So, for those of you who aren't absolute weirdos like me, you may or may not know of some recent news that has recently dropped. And has kind of caused my anxiety to go like, oh shit. Well, we have to focus 100% on this now. Again? Well, see, there's like 3 things on my mind, right? 1, Diablo 4. Like not just playing it, but like D4 story. Which I will only talk about that when we're actually playing Diablo 4. That way I could say, oi, we're in the endgame content. I'm free to talk about this. Because the story pisses me off. And it's just Blizzard writing. It's always Blizzard writing. The second, education. We're not going to get into that wormhole today. We're not going down that rabbit hole. We are not. And the second is third. The third is what I want to talk about today. So third one is spicy, and like, oh my fucking god, I hope to fuck that this like actually leads to some cool shit. So, what is this thing I'm talking about? And being super like coy and not directly addressing yet because hey, I have to build up the hype. Aliens. Well, okay. Possible aliens. So a few days ago, a news agency called The Debrief, which I don't know much about, but like according to some of my sources, it is at least a credible news site. It's not a big or popular one, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is at least credible. Uh they dropped a huge story basically detailing how hey, the government does in fact has in fact seen UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena, because they updated the term recently, that the government does indeed have conclusive evidence that yeah, we've seen it, but it goes a bit deeper than that. It's not just that we haven't seen it and we haven't confirmed that we've confirmed that there are in fact unidentified UAP that are not of human origin. I have to be very careful how I specify this because it is kind of important. Like, this is one of those things where you can't just say aliens because of how the phrasing is, because like it's all very much not human. Like it does, like whatever they found does not match anything us humans have made. Now that could mean like, oh, it's actually aliens, but there's also like so many like different things it could be. But basically, like UAP. Ah, why hello, Demon King. 12317. I'm thinking you're missing a few numbers there. But thanks for the follow. But basically, right? So this report comes out and it's detailing like, yeah, so the government does have conclusive evidence. Well, more like, I say government, but more military, right? But the military does have conclusive proof that there are UAP. But it goes a little bit deeper than that. The whistleblower also states that the government has retrieved some of these UAP, both intact and partially intact. And that, I think it's just speculation on where they're keeping it, but it's probably Wright-Patterson. But, and the report also says that we have captured some of their pilots. And the pilots are non-human. Now, if you have been on the internet at all or like seen anything at all, you're gonna be like, well, yeah, but like, aren't reports like this always coming out and like people saying, oh, I saw aliens. An alien abducted my cat Jesse the other day and probed him, and my cat came back and probed me. It was really weird. But yeah, them they are aliens. They're doing butt stuff. That like you're at the fucking like grocery store. You're in the fucking line to go and check out your with your cart full of like pizza rolls and like obscene amounts of Mountain Dew, and you see that one magazine that says UFO confirmed, cat abducted, cat named Jesse. And then like right below that you see, was Hillary Clinton actually a clone of Saddam Hussein? Find out in this explosive expose. And you just know, like, this is one of those magazines. So like, what's stopping this one from being that? Well, my dear friends, that is thanks to a little thing I like to call going through the proper channels. You see, this is like nowhere near your average UAP report. Because first off, the person doing the whistleblowing is actually highly credited. Like former Air Force officer, worked on multiple intelligence committees, and like held like a top secret clearance, probably even higher than top secret, because you do have to remember, there is higher than top secret. I had higher than top secret at one point. But yeah, like, this guy, basically big deal. And like, being Air Force myself, I can look at, his feats and confirm, like, yeah, that does make him incredibly credible. Especially because the shit you have to go through to keep a top secret and possibly, get read into things of higher levels. So this guy, I forget his name. I'm not good with names. I think his last name's Grush. But, like, he was working with, it's a DoD, like, organization to find out, like, what is going on with UAP. Because there's been a stigma in the military that basically, like, people don't want to come. Well, there's just a general stigma in the military about coming forward with anything weird. Like, I'm not, or like weird or wrong. That's a whole rant on itself. But like, basically, stepping out of the status quo and seeming kind of like weird or like you're trying to go against established ideologies or methods is normally met with backlash, unfortunately. Hence why things like sexual assault and a bunch of other terrible shit is very prevalent in the military, but that's not the focus of today. So, yeah, a lot of pilots or people, who interact with systems that observe the air, uh, observed unexplainable phenomena. And they would not come forward because it would actually ruin their careers. Because, oh, you're seeing weird things in the sky? You have to go to behavioral health. Well, now that you're in behavioral health and, you've been diagnosed with anxiety or something, you're getting kicked out of the military or your career is ruined. Oh, you're a pilot and you're getting. Okay, yeah. But basically, reporting stuff like that, 100% path to having your career ruined, despite what they will say. But, with this new committee and investigation team, their aim is to uncover, like, get to the truth of that. And, like, in 2021, there was a massive report of, like, yeah, there's, like, quite a few instances where we just can't explain things that were in the air. And, this team has been trying to get to the bottom of that, offering whistleblower protection, trying to protect individuals from retaliation. And it's been mostly quiet since then, until today, because this Grush fellow was a part of that team, which again makes this a lot more significant. So basically, so one thing to absolutely iron out, he is not a direct witness to any of the stuff he is claiming. He is whistleblowing on behalf of other people, and also had access to classified material. Now, again, when we go like, okay, well, like, skepticism, maybe a little bit of skepticism, and that's fair. That is fair. But again, it goes a little bit deeper than what, almost not, like, I want to say 99% other cases have. So, Grush, whistleblower, he actually had to quit his job because of retaliation. And he followed procedure. He followed the proper whistleblower procedure for the military, which is to contact the Inspector General. In this case, since he was working in the intelligence community, he actually went ahead and contacted the intelligence community Inspector General and submitted documents. And the Inspector General believed that the case, well, Grush submitted the classified documents, the information he had, and the information the other whistleblowers had. And of course, all of this is classified. I want to say, like, it's even above TSSCI, which is it's above top secret. TSSCI is, but like this would go like definitely above that. And the Inspector General, reviewing all this material, has decided that there is enough merit to inform Congress. And Congress is now looking at this going, hey, like, we should be informed about matters of this nature. and like quite a few congressmen have come out, well, and congresswomen uh, have come out and basically said like, yeah, they're like, yeah, we can at least confirm that we received this report from the inspector general, and uh, the and Congress is mad, like absolutely furious that the military has been keeping this a secret because I don't fully know. Like, I don't know why Congress would have the right to know this stuff. Again, it's a really weird situation, but like, Congress should know for some reason, uh, which they didn't. Uh, Let me get a sippy. Okay, so Congress should know. Uh, and now there's going to be a congressional hearing, which, mind you, this Grush guy did actually go in front of Congress and testify for 11 hours regarding his whistleblowing report. Which, again, let me stress how big that is. First off, this guy went through proper channels. The inspector, well, the ICIG decided there is sufficient evidence to support his claim to bring him in front of Congress and testify for 11 hours. 11 hours of being sat down and questioned by a bunch of fucking, well, folks. And they find you credible. Like, that is fucking huge. So there's gonna be another congressional hearing about this in the upcoming time. I don't remember when. I don't think it's specified when that hearing was gonna be. But now, so there's some big stuff going on there, and uh, there have actually been uh some seriously high profile intelligence community meetings going on. Like, one, I want to say like a late April, like where a shit ton of like super high up there IC community people came together to discuss something. Now, there are a few things it could be. It could be this whistleblower report, which does fit the timeline, or it could also be the fact that, war in Ukraine, like, sure, we're not involved, but like, Russia did blow that dam. They could have been discussing Ukraine's upcoming like offensive. So like, there's a few other things it could be, but the fact that they were meeting at Wright Patterson, a a Air Force base kind of known for being somewhat involved with UAP, uh, it's just a little bit sussy. So that meeting, like, it could be something, it could just be nothing. Uh, but again, like, there have been just like a lot of high profile pieces moving around, and I have I've spoken of my, my career in the past, right? And I still have access to some resources, some people specifically who may or may not have current access to current material. Now, they did the good thing and not actually like specified or went into any detail about what they've seen. They've only they've only commented on things that are publicly available. But they confirmed it hard, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't hear anything I shouldn't have heard, but they confirmed hard things that I suspected. basically aliens. Like, straight up, aliens are real. Like, we've seen them. Now that is coming from my source, who like I you know, I talked to them and they were like, "Oh yeah, no, that's straight up, yeah, that's just a thing." Like, he was so casual about it. I'm like, "Wait, what? Wait, what? What?" Like, I was about to tell you this whole story, but you're just like, "Oh yeah, no, straight facts," and like, yeah, no. But back to the report. So, and like, this guy is currently going on like, you know, a few talk shows and stuff, and like, he's specifying a bit more about the report. Apparently some of the, now this one is, this claim is a little bit out there, but like, apparently they recovered a craft about the size of a football field. That one I'm a little bit skeptical on. Well, I'm actually very skeptical of that one, because that would be damn hard to fucking move. Unless, like, they dismantled it. But, yeah. So, allegedly, there are craft and dead pilots at some type of base that the report specified. And there have been multiple whistleblowers. Uh, so, it's not just one guy's word. And the guy did hand over top secret document, well, classified documents, I should say, to the IG. Uh, that, like, if something like this was going to get revealed or like bust open, this is the process by which it would happen. Like, full, like, straight on, like, this has been done to the T on how the intelligence community would release like huge things like this. Now, whether it's true, I will get into that, because that that's a complicated issue, right? Like, this whole topic is complicated. Like, not just because like of like the intelligence community stuff that is involved. It's complicated for like a whole host of reasons. But so yeah, this Grush guy, he's going around doing interviews. He's giving some specifics, but like, he's not going too far into detail. Probably, well, definitely, because like, he could probably go over the gist of it, but not go in any like specific details, because that stuff is still classified. And he doesn't want to be crucified. Because, fun fact, that's what the IC community does to leakers. You get crucified, like all the Koroks. So that's the big story that dropped, and like, one thing I've been keeping an eye on. So it dropped on the debrief. I mentioned that before, and like, I didn't even know this place before, but it's allegedly credible. However, it's small. The story was originally supposed to be posted by the Washington Post, which is a lot bigger. However, the writers, who both also have a credible history, well, a good history of journalism, uh, they felt pressured to release the story as soon as possible. Why? I am unsure, and I don't think, well, it hasn't been specified. But, and you know, it could have been very easy for this story to just kind of die. Like, you know, a small, basically unknown news organization posts about this. Some of the UFO people talk about it, but like, it doesn't go further than that. But major publications started picking up about it, and it's starting to spread. Uh, the Guardian has talked about it. Uh, I think the New York Times is working on a piece. Allegedly, there's going to be something about it on Sunday. Still nothing from Washington Post. Fox News has discussed about it. I think the BBC has also reported on it, and quite a few major foreign news outlets. Uh, so it's certainly getting talked about. I also have to mention Tucker Carlson also discussed this on his whatever, but that's a whole different topic for a different day, and I don't want to get involved in that. But it's possible that up to like 50 million people could have seen it, but because of how Twitter's being run now, it's 50 million plus views, which does not possibly account a runtime. It could just be impressions of people just scrolling by it. We don't know. So I can just say up to 50 million. And if all 50 million of those people watch the full set, like his full show, the UAP report would have only been 2 minutes of that. And I think it was like a 15-minute thing. Either way, I do have to bring that up because some people will say, well, blah, blah, blah covered it. And yes, however, it's not really a credible source. it's not a credible source. And like I think it's important to say like getting this news out there, great, but like we have to aim more for credible sources. And like the sources I have read, they are solidly confirming that yeah, this is a thing. Like they're doing their own investigating into this. I think the reason why the New York Times is being slow about it is because like they're actually like going deep into it, or like a bit more deeper than other publications. But it is spreading, and like it's you know that saying, it's normally associated with war. First, slowly, then all at once. Like, you know, with the fall of empires or whatever, like, the fall starts slowly, and then, all of a sudden, all at once. Basically, that's kind of what happened, like, slowly, like, you know, the few reports, the establishment of the UAP division, all of that. And it could be possible that, like, we're either at the all at once or like a step behind it, and like we're really close to the all at once, which would be fantastic. Because, well, okay, that's a really complicated topic I do want to get into. So yeah, like that's basically all we know. Like I'm waiting for bigger publications to cover this and then see what we're being told. Because of the nature of this, the first topic of like I cover the story. Now we're just getting into just discussion. So confirmation, right? Like this is a complicated like topic. Because at what point can we sit there and say, yeah, aliens or non-human life, non-human intelligent life confirmed? That's a hard one, right? Because like this report does seem solid. It seems more than fucking solid. One could say like, yeah, this basically confirms aliens. But have we seen the aliens? Have we seen the spacecraft? Well, someone might have. And this just raises the question of what is the threshold of evidence? Right? Like, if our government just comes out and says, yeah, aliens, does that actually prove aliens? Because, right, us ordinary people haven't seen what they've seen. We can't see the classified documents and classified material, which the IG and stuff currently have. So we don't know what they see. We just hear that they received it and they've seen it and they think it's credible. And like that's how it's probably going to be for a long ass time. And so like let's say Congress has the hearing and like they're like, okay, yeah, aliens. We are still at the same step. It's just Congress has come out and said it. This whistleblower's come out and said it. The Inspector General has come forward and said it's credible. And if Congress says it, where, like, how much further closer are we to actually proving it, right? Because, like, they're still not gonna show us the classified documents. They're probably not gonna, like, you know, prance out the alien, well, the UAP and show us, or the non-human bodies. So, like, at what point can we say aliens are confirmed? And I think we have to answer that, like, both in a personal sense and, like, as a societal sense. So, personal sense, I think that's just, like, based off of how much you trust the government and how much effort you want to put into finding the truth. See, again, this one is this is a complicated topic because, like, you know, if you're wanting to not trust the government, if the government comes out and says, yeah, aliens, would you believe them? Because if the government does come out and say, yeah, aliens, it does confirm that the government was being secretive, which, you know, if you don't trust the government, that will kind of be a confirmation of your assumptions. But by the government coming forward about hiding something, would you believe that if you were in that scenario? And that's a difficult one, right? Because, like, yeah, you could say the government was covering this up, but why is the government actually sharing this? We don't know. We don't know. And that raised the question of, would you believe the government if they actually came out with this or not? And, like, if and what, like, how much evidence do you need? And this goes into the research. How much evidence do you need to be able to confirm it yourself? Is just reports of people who are able to see the things enough? Do you have to see pictures or videos of the stuff? Do you need to actually see the stuff in person and actually touch it? Everyone is going to have their own barrier of confirmation. And that's kind of what we're seeing right now. Like it's good to be skeptical, but, like, everyone is just gonna have to figure out, like, with this topic, what their criteria for confirmation is, and why I've been so careful about, like, solidly confirming stuff, because I still don't fully know. I think it would be awesome to have extraterrestrial life be confirmed, like extraterrestrial, intelligent, advanced life. But there are things I still don't know. My barrier would be like a full-on hard report uh, and limited declassification of some things and an expansion of who can access this material. That way, people like scientists, engineer, like more scientists and engineers can get their hands on this stuff and figure out why. Because I imagine that the DoD doesn't really have like that much far-reaching tendrils in regards to like clientele they want to bring on this project, because blah 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 clearances, blah blah blah. They have to make sure they can trust you, and we don't know. Well, we'll get into that, but yeah, like that's my personal criteria. Like I would like to see, you know, a spacecraft or, a body. But like I at least understand how this process goes. So a full detailed report along with expansions of whatever current super secret programs there are. I think that would be enough for me. Basically like, yep, aliens. But other people, again, may actually need to physically see and touch the craft. Some people might need a Broadway play about it. Who knows? I don't know you. You don't. And that's just how it's okay. It's okay for everyone to have their own barriers. But, and this is a good segue, at what point do we as a society sit down and say, yeah, aliens? And I think that one is a lot more complicated. And I don't think there's going to be a solid shift, because right now society does, like, well, on average people do believe there is intelligent life out there in the universe, which is cool. But like the general consensus is that no, they haven't come to Earth. That no, there are no aliens contacting us. And what would be needed to have that dynamic change from no, there are no aliens to yeah, aliens? And that I could sit here and say, well, the US government could declassify blah 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 and share with other world governments. But it comes back to the same problem we've discussed in the self confirmation part, because of the fact that the governments have kept this secret, and they're probably not going to let us know everything, and people are certainly not going to be able to touch the craft. So again, what would be the barrier? And I think I do have a legitimate answer to this question. I think full on, like, just giant spacecraft appears in the sky, or like everyone gets a broadcasted message at the same time from aliens. I think that is really the only scenario where the general consensus would shift. Just because like everyone would be able to see / hear whatever it is on their own terms. And like, you'll have people going like, well, blah, and like that coupled with like the government's going like, yeah, aliens, and everyone being able to hear it or see it for themselves, I think that would be enough. I think that would shift the general consensus. But without first contact, or second or third contact, without a public first contact, people aren't going to believe in general. And that's okay. That's okay. Like, yeah, it's just okay. Now that we've talked, like, so we got that topic out of the way, right? Which I kind of want to shift gears a little bit, and let's talk about let's get into just like a little bit of like, conspiracy theory, like a bit of conspiracy theory territory, as in why this stuff, what, like, if the reports are true, and if the government does in fact have intact alien spacecraft, intact non-human spacecraft, what does this mean? Why are they keeping it a secret? And that one, like, the theories could run wild. Like, it could be that the US wants to hold onto it for itself to, help us develop more advanced warfighting technologies. It could be something that dates back to, like, the Cold War. Because, the Cold War and all that stuff, and, like, US could be keeping it, well, it could have kept it a secret. So, like, we had, like, a gotcha against the Russians. And, like, who knows? Well, not the Russians, the USSR. Who knows? The modern day Russians might have something similar. We don't know. But, and allegedly something World War II, the US retrieving a UAP from Italy, from Mussolini. That one, no idea. I'm just gonna disregard that just for now, since that's another factor we don't fully know. But the reasons the U.S. military could keep it a secret are kind of just like varied. Again, it could just be that we wanted to hold on to this stuff to study it and develop our own weapons tech to counter the Russians. We found it and we thought, well, the military thought, oh yeah, this is just like a little bit too cool and rad to like let the rest of the world know. Other countries having this technology could spell disaster. It could be that they determine that whatever life forms are hostile and they are trying to reverse engineer and try to pin things down before, and like try to come up with a decent strategy on how to defend humanity. But it could be that I have this thought that like they recovered the stuff and like spacecraft are cool, but like the alien, kind of a letdown. So they were just kind of like, yeah, let's not reveal this stuff just yet. Let's wait for the possibility of like a more attractive alien race to come over. Because whatever we have in our basement, no, we can't. We just can't. But yeah, like, we don't know the reason for why they might have potentially kept this stuff hidden. And I think for people to be able to accept all this, I think that reason does need to become public. And like, the US will have to take a few black eyes for this one. Because like, yeah, we're kind of dicks for keeping this stuff to ourselves. Well, I say ourselves, but like, the military keeping it like the military gets black eye for, keeping it to themselves to only a select few. The US as a whole gets a black eye for, not being aware of what our military is doing. And, like a lot of people are going to want answers. And then the question comes, what's next? And before we get to what's next, let's go back to just the implication of aliens. Because like this one, like because we have so little information, and like we know next to nothing. The most important question after, at least to me, the most important question to me after everything else we've asked, but like after why the military kept it a secret from us, is two. One, how long has the military kept this a secret from us? But more importantly, how long have aliens or not have non-human life been here on Earth? Because like one could say that like post-industrial revolution, our technology like fucking skyrocketed, especially post World War II. Like it's truly insane. Like we went around like cars were like a new fucking thing in like 1860, and like now we have hypersonic air, well, beyond hypersonic aircraft. We have fucking cyber like we have like cars that could like go fucking fast, and like we just have technology that like is just absolutely insane to someone from the 1950s. Not well, even 1950 would be fucking like blown back, but 1850. But again, like, did the aliens show up like around World War II? Did our nukes attract them? Or, and this one is a lot more just like, what the fuck? Or have they been with us the entire time? Have they been observing us ever since the first caveman, like, figured out how to fire? And, like, what implications does that have? Were they purely like just 100% observers? Like just sitting back and observing us? Like how, we have documentary channels going out and observing lions? Far enough away we don't influence them, but close enough that we can get the footage. Could South Park have been right? And like we're just kind of like a TV show. Or could aliens have been influencing us? And if they have, how deep does their influence go? Like, is it just like once they saw that we were a intelligent species, they gave us some tools, they let themselves be seen? Or does it go a bit deeper than that, and like we might just be creations of aliens? And like these are the questions that like will start to come out hard if aliens are actually confirmed. And like depending on the answer, we might have to take a step back and like just rethink all of humanity. Like literally like reevaluate ourselves as a species and our history. Like what was what was purely human, like, well, done by purely human drive, and what may have been done thanks to alien interference? But there's also something else. And this one I kind of find to be like a low-key exciting. If aliens were observing us, what if, right, they have some of the like our own hidden lore? Like, could you imagine just like aliens just coming forth and go like, "Oh, hey, remember that like Library of Alexandria that burnt down way, way long ago? Yeah, we got some of the text. We backed them up on PDFs. You guys want to read? Oh, the Dead Sea Scrolls? Oh yeah, we got the whole Bible here. Yeah, no, OG Bible, full like we could translate it for you like a lot more of a direct translation than what you guys currently have. Because we have these cool universal translator things or whatever. Like, could you fucking imagine that? Like, just aliens coming across, like, oh hey humans, archaeologists, do you want just a treasure trove and like know everything about your societies? Yeah, sure, here you go. Like, I know I would be like, um, all new Sonic Superstars available fall 2023. Oh, okay. Sonic thing announcement. I got an email for it. But like, I mean, hell, like if aliens actually came out and did that, and like all this information was publicly available, I myself might just become like a history channel and just go like, okay, folks, we're gonna sit down and like we're gonna cover like ancient Sumerian society, like documents 1,000 through 600, well 6,662. Like it would actually be insane. It would actually be insane. Now again, like that's assuming that they've been here since that time, and that's assuming that like they actually haven't. But there's a possibility, and like that would be so cool. And like the aliens might be able, like if the aliens have been with us for such a long time, they might be able to confirm some things. Like seriously, like whenever I say world-changing ramifications on human history, I mean like some religions, right, might be completely thrown out the window. Like let's talk about the Bible, right? Like if aliens were possible like we're observing us since we've like became a species, like and they like have fucking video, they're like, oh yeah, that whole flood, yeah, like oh the flood, oh yeah, no, that wasn't a god thing, like a river just flooded near a ancient Sumerian city, and like yeah, everyone thought it was the end of the world because like everything was covered in water and they were kind of floating around for a bit. Like they put all the alien, like they had all the animals they could have like on a few boats and stuff. And like there was a huge boat because hey, someone said like someone saw the water rising, was like, oh shit, this might be a problem. But no world flood. That's kind of weird. Salt nuke? No, that was just a meteor. Like a full dismantling of religions. Could you imagine just how that like batshit that would be? Like, of course you'd have your diehards, going like, well, the aliens are wrong. We don't care if they have proof. We don't care if they cryogenically froze Jesus. And Jesus comes out. It goes, hey folks, yeah, everything is just a little bit kooky. But like, no, like full on hard dismantling of religions could be a possibility. Or the aliens, right? Like they might possibly confirm some religions. Like, yeah, the Great Flood did happen. Yeah, Moses did part the Red Sea. Like, holy shit, how big would that be? Like, you know, atheists like myself would just have to sit there and go like, well, shit. Which, you know, but like, we would may possibly get to know the origins of humanity. Like, who was right? Were we created by a god? Were these aliens that god? Like, did they create us in their image? Do they look like us? Like, the possibilities are endless. They really are. Or like, yeah, is it just Darwinism and like they just kind of like found a planet that has life on it? And they're like, okay, let's just observe this. And they're like, holy shit. Holy shit. Look at that. Look at that. That Homo sapien right there. Is it? Oh my god. It's creating fire. Holy shit. Oh, okay, okay. Focus cameras. Focus cameras. Tom, Bill, like, focus these cameras on that species. Like, holy shit. We might not be alone. We might not be alone. And like they're just sitting there filming us. And like it's like a sporting event. Like, you know, whenever we create the wheel, they're like, "Oh shit. We remember when we did that. Oh my god. Look at them. Oh fuck." And like us dropping nukes, they're like, "Oh shit, we thought the season 4 finale was great. Whenever, you know, humanity like made their first automated, you know, cotton machine. But like this right here, them, you know, slicing those fused atoms. A+ game right there. You know, I think you might be worthy to actually see us now. I mean, like them just like all have their own human jerseys going like, okay, are they gonna make it? Are they gonna make it? Yeah! Like whole alien cities just erupting because like we were able to bash two rocks together. Like the first person like smelted pure like was able to uh like refinely smelt iron, bringing forth the Iron Age. Like, I think it would just be like absolutely crazy and fun. But yeah, so like yeah, it's just a matter of like how long have they been aware of us, and did they influence us? And like that could have that would have massive ramifications. So, you know, we did so we just discussed, you know, like oh god, that one was a little bit stinky. So yeah, we just got done discussing like the ramifications of aliens coming to us. Now, before I get to the future, right? There's one more thing I want to discuss before we get to that point. And that is why. Why would an alien species be keeping tabs on us? Now, I do want to get into the technological angle, right? Because we don't know what they're capable of. But like, you know, thanks to science fiction and just like super fucking smart scientists, like we know a lot about our galaxy, despite, you know, not really able not being able to leave it fully or like in any like good capacity. But in order to be able to do that, we did have to meet certain technological criteria. And again, the aliens might come along and like they may not like they may have their own system of, you know, for like getting into space. But like let's just look at this from like what we know is physically possible. So like, in order to break orbit, like we had to invest in a lot to rocket technology, computer technology, like a lot of different technologies. Like in order to be able to make those, we had to have more simple machines, like the automated, cotton press, or that came from like it goes back to a winch, that which goes back further to a wheel, which goes back to fire and chisels. So like one could sit there and see like a clear progression of of things that needed to be discovered for us to be able to breach our own orbit. And the reason I want to focus in on this is because spaceships do have a lot of automated systems. So one could assume that in order to get into space, automation, you know, automation and computing are very, very important to handle a bulk of tasks. So, if that is true, then like could we assume, well, we could possibly assume that aliens themselves have automated technology, such as drones. Because thanks to a lot of the things we discovered, thanks to building rocket craft, we were eventually able to make drones. There's a correlation there somewhere. I'm not gonna sit down and draw a map, but you see where I'm coming from. So I'm bringing this up because the report said that they were able to retrieve bodies. Now, why would they be coming to our planet in person if they might possibly have automated craft, like automated drones to be able to come over here and observe? And maybe they did. Maybe that's how they first stumbled across us. We don't know. But if there are pilots, why are they coming here in person? Are they ramping up? Like, is this a recent phenomena? Like, is this a recent phenomena? Are they just now starting to come here, like, in the flesh? And if so, why? Are they prepping for a first contact scenario? Are they trying to figure out how to do this without, cataclysmic, like, consequences? Are they still scoping us out? And, like, they got, okay, well, we need boots on the ground to, or boots in the sky to, make more accurate observations because there's only so much our technology can observe on its own. And that just, I think it's significant if there are actual alien bodies because that asks why. And like it asks, is their technology different than ours? Did they just go down a completely different technological path? Like maybe like how they got into space is a lot more labor intensive or a lot more organic where they didn't need like automation. And like they might not have, you know, like drone technology. Which would kind of be insane because like we do. And like, oh my god, the collaborations that would happen, like that could happen. But let's get back on topic. And so there's a question of what's their technology like? What do they have and what don't they have compared to us? And then there's the question of like, let's say they do have drones. Are they coming to us first? to scout it out themselves, and then are they sending drones? Or did they already send drones? And like they have enough information to actually start coming here in the flesh. And why are they coming here in the flesh? If they could just do everything with drones. And like that's a big one. Now that we covered that, I think we can now just get into the whole what's next? And that, my dear friends, I don't know. Like, if the report is true, and if everything goes like through the proper channels, and like we get confirmed, yeah, aliens. What does that change? What does just us hearing aliens confirmed mean for us, as a society? Because like, sure, we have their technology, but like, that's not really good. Like, will we get the lore? Like, how much of the aliens do we know? Like, do we have like a bit of their language deciphered? Do we have some of like we allegedly have some of their technology? So it becomes a question of like, what do we know about them? And like, what's next? Because like, yeah, let's say we are able to reverse engineer their technology or whatever. Like that will take like a bit longer than if we haven't reverse engineered it already. It's probably going to take some time. So like we might just hear like, yeah, aliens confirmed, but we know shit about them. So where do we stand? Like, yeah, intelligent life exists. Yeah, they're observing us. We know about some of their technology, but that's it. Do we have to find out? Like, do we have to make the first move and go like, yo, hi? Or, you know, will they make the first move? Like, is it just a game of chicken right now? Because do they want us to make the first move? Or are we waiting for them to make the first move? You know, kind of like, asking someone out. Like, you're like, well, maybe they might ask me out. Or like, oh man, I'm waiting for, or like, should I ask them out? Or are they going to ask me out? What should I do? It could be one of those scenarios. And I think it's kind of pointless to like talk about like what happens after that because we don't know. Like, there's some, well, I think we can safely infer a few things though. I don't think these aliens are going to be hostile and are planning an imminent invasion of Earth. Why do I say that? Well, if we are aware of UAP, like surely if they were hostile, it's like the whole China versus Taiwan situation, right? Like China wants Taiwan, and like they're boasting about it, and like the news will go like, oh, China's about to do this, but if they actually were, we would see a massive buildup of their assets on the coast, prepping for this operation. So, just like that, I think if aliens were actually going to come and attack us, we would definitely see it before it happens. Is there something we could do? Hell no, probably not. But I think if they were planning on fighting us or being hostile towards us, we would see a definite buildup of forces. Because they would need it. Because just because you have a technological advantage, unless you're some type of energy being that has ascended the flesh, laws of physics still exist, bitch. Oh, you have an energy shield? Well, guess what? You could possibly use an EMP. We could just fucking throw a truck out of you. Yeah, let's see what your energy shield does about that. We'll just drop a fucking truck on you. Like, us humans have some pretty gnarly technology. And, I think we could just point to Halo and say, like, yeah, this might be what happened. Like humanity, like yeah, sure, they have a technological advantage, but like we can still hurt them. It's like we won't go out quietly, which it goes into the whole why would aliens come over and observe us? Because we can at least say that's what they're doing right now. They are observing us if the reports are accurate. Why would they go through the effort of just observing us to only attack us? Like, is it that, like, could there only be one galactic civilization? Or what? And I just think, like, no, because, like, in order for a species to be able to get that advanced, cooperation kind of has to be a key. Like, you don't get to where you are by attacking anything and everything. That's how you stay a predator. And like yeah, sure you could say like humans attack anything and everything, and I'd say only some humans. Not every human is out there attacking everything and anything. Some humans just want to be friends. Are you out there attacking cats and dogs? Or are you sitting there befriending them? Are you going out there and stepping on every single ant you see? Or are you just letting the ant be an ant? Because you sit there and realize that, hey, everything has its purpose. Like, you know, the circle of life and all that shit. Like, yeah, I could go out and eradicate every hornet there is, but hornets do play a vital role in the ecological systems. And if aliens, if life is is as rare as we believe, and intelligent life even more so, why would they go out and crush us instead of just sitting there observing us and possibly us working together to bring different and diverse ideas together? So no, I don't think alien invasion is on the table. I could be wrong. I would eat my shoe if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. Now, maybe we could get subjugated. We could be pets, but like, I mean, I'd be a pet. I'd be a pet. Or again, they could just be here for collaboration, or they could just be here purely to study us. We don't know, but I don't think whatever these entities' intention is purely hostile. I don't think it's hostile. Like, sure, I think if they're attacked, they might retaliate, but like, I mean, so would we. And people might go like, well, Columbus and the the native people of the Americas, and that's a lot more complicated. Just because the Spanish and just the Europeans didn't want full on genocide. They wanted to conquer and subjugate. And like they were also a little bit kooky. They wanted to spread the word of God. They also had diseases on them, which did kill a lot of people. But they didn't come over with the intention of just wiping everything clean. They just came over with the European sentiment of, well, imperialism. It's just that simple. They were imperialistic Europeans. That time was fucked. Remember the Spanish Inquisition? Remember what they did to Africa and like the slave trade? Like, yeah, they were fucked up, but they weren't looking to absolutely exterminate the peoples here. Well, in the Americas. And I think that's an important thing to say. And like, if that's a scenario we're looking at, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be fucked. but humanity would still survive. But again, I don't think that's likely. Because, like, if they wanted to subjugate us, they could actually have, like, they have the advantage that the Europeans didn't. Like, they have far superior technology, and they are relative, like, they're still relatively unknown. And thanks to that aspect, they could influence us to be more accepting or more willing to, you know, like, what's easier, infiltrate behind your enemy line and influence them to accept you and, you know, let them control you, or fight. I can tell you what way is a lot simpler and cleaner. And, like, that could already happen. We could, like, there could be something in our DNA or RNA that, when aliens do come over, we'll just be like, hello, masters. Welcome to Earth. Please insert butthole. But, and that's something we don't know. But I don't think they're here. They're going to be here to conquer us. Because again, the European imperialism was kind of like a unique thing of that time. And again, they weren't seeking complete eradication. It was fucked up, yes. And it's bad, yes. But they weren't. It wasn't about complete genocide. It was still a genocide. But, it's not like World War II where, like, Hitler was like, yeah, let's exterminate all the Jews. It was not that. Okay, we've been shiny hunting for a bit now. I think that's enough for a stream. And I pretty much got to the end of the things I wanted to talk about. So, yeah, like, I do think. I think the report that came out from the Grush guy does still need to be vetted a bit more and looked at with a bit more scrutiny. And, but, like, let's wait and see. And, like, we might be in for a wild time. And I think that's awesome. So, yeah, I've said my fill. I don't know when I'll be streaming again. I actually got some pretty decent sleep. And we'll see how long that goes. Because, yeah, at least, well, getting decent sleep, at least, gives me the energy to feel like streaming and stuff. So we'll just have to wait and see. Like everything, we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, take care and eyes to the skies.